and today we are here for the Forza Horizon 3 Duracell Car Pack review, the newest car pack to Forza Horizon 3 for the month of March. It's also the last car pack with the Season Pass, which is really sad. Really sad. Let's take a moment for it. But anyway, though, let's go ahead and hop on into it. And the first car this week is the BMW 507. This car had a limited production run of only 258, or not 258, why am I saying 258? 252 of these beautiful cars, which were made to compete with the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, probably another one of the most beautiful cars ever made. And just to clarify though with the Mercedes-Benz, a couple years ago, they said that the best thing that you could have invested in was a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. Because today, the price of that car has gone up more than the price of gold by percentage. It was a phenomenal investment to actually invest in back then. So it's just absolutely insane. At $11,000 as a brand new car, this car was extremely high priced and BMW was losing money on every single one they sold. $11,000 in 1959 is approximately $100,000 today. I would gladly give $11,000 today for this car. I would hand that over. Hand it over. Now it is a little bit slow for today's standards at only 165 horsepower, but still $11,000 for 165 horsepower, that's still not too bad. But for the looks of this car, absolutely worth it. And at a very impressive top speed for the time at a staggering 8.8 seconds. I think my Honda Civic actually goes faster than that, which is really, really sad. Really sad. But anyway though, let's go ahead and hop on into the next car, which is the Chevy Camaro ZL1. The most powerful production Camaro ever. 650 horsepower and 650 feet-pounds of torque. It comes in just shy of the 700 horsepower that the Dodge Charger and Dodge Challenger Hellcat actually put out. But this car doesn't have just power to go with it like the Charger and the Hellcat do. This car was also made to go around corners. Shocking! An American muscle car that can go around a corner? I don't believe it. But believe it, bud, at least that's what they're supposed to do. This car was designed with a brand new chassis and something called magnetor heliological dampers, which is supposed to allow this car to go around corners more smoothly than its predecessors. Which, if that's the case, I'm really excited about. This car also does have 2 hood replacements available in the game. Let's go ahead though and hop on into the next car, the Ford Falcon GT. Another limited production run car, which was limited to, 250 vehicles for the Australian market only, with 15 vehicles going to New Zealand, though. So, this car was made to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Ford Falcon GT. This car, though, I'm actually really liking it. I don't know what's about it, but it feels almost like it's pre-riced. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, look at that front bumper. I feel like I've seen that front bumper on a lot of Honda Civics. I'm just not sure, and I know I might get some flack for that, because this car was actually a great race car with only 250 made, and I mean, I love this car. It looks pretty awesome, but it feels like it maybe is a little bit pre-riced, and it probably doesn't have any body modifications, but it'd be cool if it did. If it had like a wide body kit, that'd be awesome. But anyway though, let's hop on into the next car, which is the Jaguar XES. Another car that I'm extremely happy about to have in the game. Jaguar make the most beautiful sounds in the world. I am absolutely in love with the sound of Jaguar, especially that new F-Type. Oh, it gets my heart racing. Now this one unfortunately doesn't have a V8 like the F-Type, but it has the supercharged V6. So I'm not really sure how it's going to sound in-game because, you know, there has been issues with sounds of cars in-game where they don't match up with their real-life counterparts. So that's the one thing I'm a little bit worried about. I'm excited to see this car in the game as it is going to be a phenomenal sedan. Absolutely excited. Excited! Now our next car is the Land Rover Series 3. Now when you think of Land Rover, you actually normally think of, you know, a luxury vehicle. This is the exact opposite. This car was actually very simple and basic, even for Land Rover standards. The Series 3 also wasn't very powerful compared to a lot of the other Land Rovers that exist today, at only 69 dudes. If you guys watch the clue video, that'll make a little bit of sense. But 69 horsepower, that's not a whole lot, especially for a car that weighs 3,000 pounds. This thing is slower than snot. I mean, it is just slow. But I am really because it does start out at a D100, and I've had a lot of success with these DLC off-roaders. As you guys know, my favorite vehicle so far in this game is the Jeep CJ5. It just handles so well, and it's so fast, it just takes out everything. Now let's go get to my favorite car of this car pack, and that is the Nissan Nismo GTR LM. Oh my god, I can't really say too much about this, but I mean, it has just got a wide body kit. It's just beautiful. LM stands for Le Mans, but I don't even know if this actually raced at Le Mans, though. I'm not entirely sure about that. Being an R33 GTR, oh, my favorite GTR, though, is the R34, which is probably most people's. Mine is because it looks great. A lot of other people is because Fast and the Furious, but, you know, I do like it. Although I would take a Silvia over a GTR. I know, don't shoot me, though. I think the Silvia GTR, but yeah, I honestly think I would rather have an S15 over the GTR. I would take a GTR, don't get me wrong, I love the GTRs, but I would rather take an S15, which will actually get the S15 Horizon Edition later this month, which I'm actually really looking forward to. Now our final car for this month is going to be the Volvo 242 Turbo Evoloution. It's basically just a brick thrown really fast. That's how this car is described, basically. Because Volvo being safe and practical, it's just awesome. And then to top it all off, you give it a turbo and you make it an Evoloution model. So it's just fast. At 225 horsepower for 1983, this was a fast car. This was a fast car. I mean, you know, they could have just run these through walls, and I mean, you would be able to drive them back home and have maybe a scratch on it, and you'd be like, oh, did I hit something on the way home? I must have, because I put a little scratch in the paint. That's probably not true, and if you own a Volvo Evoloution, wall, because that was supposed to be a joke. So do not blame me if you do anything wrong in your Volvo. But actually, we have one more car. But unfortunately, there's been some technical difficulties with it. And not everyone is actually able to get the car right now. Because just technical difficulties. And what that is it is the 2016 GTA Spania Duracell Edition. GTA Spana Duracell Edition. I believe it's called the Spania GTA, though, is the brand. So that's what I was trying to get at. And it basically just looks like this. This is a previous DLC car, but they made a special version for the Duracell car pack. So everyone should be able to download this. And if you want to try and get the car, what you got to do is you have to go to the Xbox store and download it. And then you have to reset your console, which I've tried, but it doesn't seem to be working. They also said you should just be able to restart Forza and it should automatically be added to your garage. But that does not seem to be working all that well. And if we go ahead and take a look, it doesn't look like a whole lot of people are actually able to get them. Otherwise, you would see a lot more of these in the auction house available. But you can see right now, they're actually selling for a decent price. I don't know why people are actually buying them, because everyone gets a free one, technically. And I'm sure Forza, what they're going to do is they'll probably release a patch. This always seems to happen every single week. And finally, though, what I do want to hit on really quickly is, but with a lot of the car packs, we actually get a barn find. And there's a new barn find, but it's not actually with this car pack. It's actually with something else. It's going to be a Forzathon event, and it looks like it's not actually going to be till April, like April 7th. I was actually on the forums, and apparently it's if you complete a race in an AMC, you get a barn find rumor. I don't know. But anyway, though, that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and make sure to hit the like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye.